What makes me a writer is that, I have thoughts that I have to get down, so I do it real quick. That I think about, and what I was thinking about on the bus is the video I created yesterday. I'm on my way to meet my friend today. So what I want to say is, people, the really intellectual, deep, aware people might, see my videos, sunshine in my eyes here, might watch some videos and think to themselves, God, this woman, in the one breath, she's crying her eyes out over whatever, and the next she's calling herself, to say she has an evil darkness in her or whatever. What you have to understand is that, just like my last video, first I'm talking about Mandy, my mom's sickness caused our beloved pet, okay, how old was I? 50, that we had had since I was, 9 years old. Mandy, the Pekingese, I go to visit my mom when I was living with my dad, I was like 14 or whatever, 15, and she was living with Marianne's alcoholic father that I had to live with briefly with my mom, but anyway, her sickness had caused Mandy, believe me, sometimes I'd go to visit her and she wouldn't even see me. We'd travel like an hour, my dad and I, and then my dad would just make fun of me or say, your mother's crazy, just accept it, but whatever. Mandy was emaciated, worms crawling in on and out of her body. I mean, she died from my mother's negligence. My mother's negligence derived from my mother's sickness. You think that doesn't scare the shit out of me? You think I haven't lived in the shadows of fear my entire life that, that I would wind up like that or like my mom or whatever? But so, in the same breath that I talk about that, how that made me cry and how that was horrible. I mean, she was my beloved pet, was emaciated, disgusting. She had worms crawling in out of her body. You'd pet her and her fur was hard. I mean, I was just a kid. It was horrible, okay? And then I talk about having an evil darkness in me. But you have to understand that I can never be good enough in my eyes, okay? I want to be good, but I can never be good enough. And I have a lot of fucking rage and hatred in me, and that causes me to have a lot of quote-unquote bad thoughts, okay? Bad thoughts. Every bad thought I have causes me to hate myself more, and it decimates. Is that the right word? It fucks up my goodness. It makes me feel like I'm not as good as I think I am or want to be or whatever. But you also have to understand that I'm not getting any kind of sex with another person to speak of, okay? And I'm sorry, on human beings, one of the major ways that they relieve aggression and tension and rage and anger is via sex with another person, and it pretty much only works with another person, okay? But, as I have pointed out to you, and this is all the things I was thinking about on the bus on the way over here, but as I've been pointing out for years, sex with the wrong, no sex at all. Remaining celibate is better than sex with the wrong person. You know what I mean? Sex with the wrong person is worse than being celibate. Seriously, it is. So, I'm at a point where I just want to, my needs are simple now. And money can't get this for me. Nothing can except, luck or searching or, putting in some fucking effort, but I want the kind of sex, as I've said, I want the kind of sex I've never experienced in my life with the type of person, you know what I mean, that I want it with, if I can't have that, then fuck it. And because of what that guy did to me 2 months ago that I'd never experienced in my life, I actually want a guy that's willing to suck on my feet and toes and stuff like that. It's not going to be easy to find, of course. And I'm sure but whatever. I just want to say that because I know that I make no sense whatsoever, okay? I don't make any sense. I realize that. I sit there and call myself that I have darkness in me or evil or whatever, and then I'm sitting and crying my eyes out. That is because I am filled with rage and hatred, admittedly, okay? And I do have a fucking darkness in me, and I have, quote-unquote, a lot of bad thoughts, and those bad thoughts cause me to hate myself. But like I said, I'm not getting any kind of sex with another person only. It doesn't really work otherwise, okay? It relieves aggression. It relieves tension, anger, whatnot, when I was with that guy 2 months ago that I had just met, I was fooling around with him a little bit in the, well, he was massaging me in the mall, and then in his car a little bit more, I mean, PG-13 compared to regular sex, but you know, but in the middle of broad daylight in the mall, but I wasn't feeling any anger, was I? No. You understand that I haven't had sex in fucking 5 years, 3 months, and May, June, July, and since April 6, 2008. So of course I'm going to be constantly tense, constantly angry, okay? And I can never, in my eyes, I can never be good enough. And any quote-unquote bad thought I have, or rage I feel, or anger, or hatred, or, you know, whatever, it just fucks with my goodness, and it causes me to hate myself more and feel like I'm not a good person. So there's your answer. There's why I can cry, and you can think, oh my God, people who aren't smart and deep and intellectual, whatever, just think, oh, Laura's such a good person. No, I'm not. I'm not a good person. There's a hell of a lot more people on this planet who are better than me, more goodness in them, okay? But I want, you know, I'm all fucked up, you know, I gotta go.